Okay, let's take a look here.
Just what I was looking for.
So Doom, Tracer, Soldier, definitely more of a take an aggro angle, shift out composition, I would say, just given the fact that there are so many dive threats, so you can kind of bait the dive just by taking an aggressive position. Obviously, Soldier is definitely a little bit tricky, especially with his new buff state, just because he does so much damage at range. So I would go as far to say here, like, because there's no hack here, I don't think you necessarily need to play this angle. I actually think if you have a mercy pocket here, I think you could probably get away with holding this angle here. This angle feels like it's going to be a little bit like congested, and it's going to be a little bit too easy to die to random crap, as well as the shift out might be a little awkward. So I know it's like an Esperanza first fight classic issue, but like I actually think you could be holding this left angle here if you have a mercy pocket. If you even had like a Zen pocket here or a Kiriko pocket, I think it's probably worth taking this angle here and then saving your shift. Because you can kind of see how like your sightlines are kind of gimped unless you want to stack with your Doom, and then just doesn't feel that good. So maybe more of a map specific thing. This sightline is okay. I'm focusing mostly on your positioning playstyle stuff right now. I mean, again, yeah, this is just kind of classic. Like, I know you're thinking about it, right? But imagine if you had already been on this angle, or like even deepening. Like at this point, they've already rotated and pushed in. I think this fight's lost. Maybe? Maybe not. That was good. So, it was good to deepen there, but at that point, because the enemy team had pushed up so far, like, if they've shifted the fight to, like, here, then really the angle you should be holding is just maintaining this angle here. So then you actually pushed and rotated as they had already pushed, and at that point, it doesn't make any sense. This angle only makes sense if the line is, like, here, right? Because you're going to be able to hit backline. If they are on Sombra, then you need to be a little bit more cautious. But, yeah. Okay. I mean, really, even here, like, once your Mercy gets here, like, I don't see any reason for you not to be, like, contesting the Soldier up top here. I don't see the need for you to be here. Nice. Good combo with the E there. Wasn't perfectly smooth, but that was exactly what you needed to do. Yeah, like, this is the kind of thing we want you doing. Like, take a super aggressive angle, good try, the shot. Can't see anything, so you jump in, it's fine. You could ult this if you wanted to. Little rush on that shot. I think maybe a little bit too late to rotate on main just because there was nothing to shoot. And a couple of missed shots, but I think like overall, I think the initial thing was just starting with that angle on the Soldier when you have Mercy Pocket. This skin is, what is this skin? I've never seen this skin before. I can't tell if I hate it or like it. It's different, I guess. Yeah, so it's like, this is like, it's tough because you don't have a good sightline. I understand why you're here. That headshot needs to hit, but you still hit the shot, so that's okay. Okay. Nice shot. Weird ult, but hey, you know, a kill's a kill, I guess. Confirming the fight win. Definitely a weird ult though. Nice, really big. And then now just shoot, Ego this angle, make this Doomfist engage on you. You could do so much damage from here. Good. And now you can just AFK and chill when you have a better position. You don't need to do anything crazy. That E is fine. I would turn to look once you see it's ticking. Nice, get the Translocator. Nice. Same thing with a combo though, right? Like, I know you're like wondering about the range of this. And you maybe you think that you're damage boosted, but obviously again, like that E needs to get there a little bit faster. You know, honestly, maybe at that range, maybe it's not worth it. Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably not worth it. Instead, maybe just hit a body shot, hit like a one of your mouse one shots. At that range, it's probably not worth it because the E will take too long to get there. So calling it a combo is kind of facetious. Nice. There hasn't been a lot to say here for the last few fights because you've just been on the high ground off angle, just shooting people So there hasn't really been anything to really worry about because it's just shooting people. That E is obviously super unfortunate, and that's going to cost you your life. That's sad. I don't think you shifting in there was bad. It just, you needed to, like, when you're shifting in, like, the kill needs to happen. You know, you've got 75 charge. You have both your abilities. The E needs to happen. The rail needs to hit. You know, it's just like that's kind of inexcusable there. Like, that combo has to be there. Imagine if you had your E here, if you placed your E a little bit better earlier. That's pretty much all there is to it. Just a mechanical mishap. Positioning besides first fight has been mostly fine though. Good focus on the Sombra. Probably didn't need to shift in there unless you already like she was already basically out at that point, so using your shift is unnecessary. This one, remember, she's reset her positioning here, so this is just too deep. What I would do here is I would again play within my Mercy LOS, maybe poke here or poke here, right? Just shifting your position. Basically, you don't want to be as isolated here with no cover versus the Sombra, right? So I think just looking back in these positions and being like, well, I'm struggling with this. Okay, I hear you, but what's the solution? Where should you be instead? There's really nowhere on this side of the map that's going to allow you to do anything versus the Sombra without being totally isolated. So then look on this side of the map. Is there anything here? Is this okay? Is this okay? Is this okay? Is this okay? And I think the answer for those is pretty much yes to all of those. So I think like this is just too isolated. Really weird. Not because the timing is bad. It's just I just don't know if you have any targets in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to actually know if that, like, you can confirm a kill, because the problem with the positioning here is it's really easy for them all to hide from you right now. Like, half of them are in spawn, like, right now. So it's like, there's just no guaranteed target here. So this might be a situation where you kind of play it passively, maybe force out the Sombra, scout the Sombra, maybe see her translocate out, and then you, like, shift in to where you know you're going to be able to get kills. This position, the timing is, like, okay. It's just, there's zero guarantee of a kill whatsoever. And I think that's just a mistake with the way that you're setting up the ultimate. Like setting up from here, for example, like flanking here, shooting here, shooting here, shooting here, waiting for your Doom to go in here, and then popping it here would be good, because then if they disengage, you can then shift in and you're gonna get somebody, right? It's just an odd ult. Make sure that you have somebody that you can lock down, you know? Really, both of your ults, I think it's been two, have not been super good. This positioning's fine. You have a good angle. It's not like a crazy hard flank, but you don't need a crazy hard flank. You've got good cover. You're able to keep your shift. Like a case in point, right? Like that's textbook right there. You're down one at the start of this fight, so it doesn't really matter. Like maybe you could have played that one mechanically better, but like I think the positioning was reasonable, very reasonable. This positioning is probably pretty good too. I think maybe in hindsight, maybe I would have gone back here and played this angle here, or maybe this angle here. If you have a Mercy pocket and you won't be totally isolated, this is probably the best position you could take with the amount of cover that it has. But if you weren't sure that you're going to get pocket and you didn't want to be too far split, I get your positioning here. What is going on here? Unfortunate, rail needs to hit. Yeah, shift out. Nice. That was good. Good focus on the Sombra. I really like the focus on the Sombra. Like, you can shoot Doom, it's fine versus a Lucio, but focusing the Sombra is really, really high value. Rail here is kind of weird, honestly. Like a 70 charge, you don't even really, you kind of get lazy with your aim. Now, you could pop ult here. It might be a little bit late. Nice. Nice. Okay. No vision on Sombra, so this side is fine. I would be playing cover here. So right here, I would be like here. Or maybe here. Maybe with Kitsune it's a little bit different, but I would just keep that in mind. Unless, is that Sombra in spawn? No, the Sombra's right here. I didn't even see her. You could ult this, by the way. I swear your ults are really bizarre. I'm not sure why you don't like just ult this here. Like I know you're thinking, oh, it's an ult, but yeah, like you have like great sightlines here, and you have your shift available to pursue. Your doom is also in, so you shift out and then you ult. I don't understand. Like your sightlines are gone now. Like you have no guarantee. Everyone can just hide behind a wall. So I think positioning here could have been better with cover for sure, but the ults have been really quite strange. Nice shot. Very strange ultimates. Okay. Position here is fine. You don't have to overthink it. Just shoot. You have a high ground. You have an angle. You have cover. You're not isolated with Sombra. You'll be fine. You hear Sombra on the front, so that does mean that if you see the opportunity, you can take an angle here or push up. This is probably fine even with the Sombra. This is very greedy with no charge, but like it's probably okay. Mercy's here. E combo into rail is huge there. Kind of cheeky given the fact that you had 0 charge and you also don't play it super well mechanically. But yeah, I don't know what happened from that. Oh, I guess it was overtime, but yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Okay, so main takeaways for me are the positioning was okay. I think kind of looking at that one fight where you got EMP'd, I think on the left flank and you just freaking died. I think if you look at that situation like, oh crap, Sombra isolating me, I should have been on the right. That I think was one of those situations there where you could have positioned yourself better. But really the big thing is like how you're positioning yourself around your ultimate is really not very good. You need to be trying to take an angle to where you can save your shift to where you just have like a sight line, right? You can like maintain a sight line to where they can't kite it out. And that's going to take a little bit of extra work, but like too many of these ultimates just honestly just had 0 business getting any value. And hope it makes any sense. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll chat with you later.